Hey, brother.
What's up, bro?
I'm blessed.
How you doing?
I'm blessed.
You know what, bro? When you come on the show and I have someone as distinguished as yourself, I got.
The conversation begins casually with Timberland and Tim exchanging brotherly greetings, their camaraderie setting a warm tone. They acknowledge their blessings, a nod to their shared success in an industry where fortunes rise and fall with dizzying speed. Timberland, ever the gracious host, raises a toast to Tim's illustrious career, hinting at even greater achievements on the horizon. The exchange is light, but beneath the surface lies a deeper truth about the nature of their world. Art, particularly in hip-hop, thrives on polarization. It demands an opinion, forces you to take a side, and refuses to let you sit on the fence. This idea of art as a catalyst for conflict sets the stage for a much larger, more intricate story unfolding in the shadows of hip-hop's elite. In the glittering penthouse of hip-hop, three names dominate the conversation: Drake, Diddy, and Jay-Z. Their influence reverberates through every corner of the industry, boardrooms, back channels, and private DMs. This isn't just a clash of egos. It's a high-stakes triangle that nobody saw coming, or perhaps one that everyone saw but dared not speak aloud. Each man represents a distinct archetype. Jay-Z, the calculated mogul always playing chess, 5 moves ahead. Diddy, the charismatic operator who turns parties into power plays and lawsuits into stepping stones. And Drake, the former underdog from Toronto who transformed himself into a global force, no longer anyone's punchline. Together, they've amassed wealth, fame, and influence beyond imagination, but when their ambitions collide, the result is more than just industry beef. It's a silent war with the entire business at stake. The tension between these titans has roots in moments both public and private. Jay-Z and Drake's relationship, for instance, has long been layered with subtle jabs over Grammy snubs, fondue plate insults, or a now infamous punch from Diddy in Miami. These incidents, once dismissed as petty rivalries, were merely rehearsals for a deeper confrontation. The real turning point, according to whispers from industry insiders, wasn't a public spat, but a private gathering, a 2020 brunch at Jay-Z's Roc Nation mansion. The event, attended by black billionaires and industry heavyweights, was all smiles for the Instagram cameras, crisp suits, clinking glasses, and carefully curated vibes. But away from the lenses, something shifted. A veteran PR insider claims the brunch wasn't about legacy or camaraderie. It was about business, shady, unspoken deals that set the stage for the current chaos. At that brunch, Diddy and Jay-Z reportedly forged an agreement to tighten their grip on the industry, a move to protect their empires as scrutiny over their methods intensified. In their eyes, Drake wasn't an equal partner, but a golden pawn, a valuable asset to be molded, leveraged, and controlled. They underestimated him. Drake, ever the strategist, didn't just sit at the table for photo ops. He was watching, calculating, and quietly building his own empire. The smiles faded, replaced by coded warnings and icy distance. His lyrics grew sharper, his social media posts more cryptic. Lines like "Watch me take it" weren't just flexes. They were signals of a rebellion brewing. The jabs at Jay-Z, mocking art references or tossing lobster jokes during Raptors games, were surface-level noise. The real moves happened in private, as Drake began pulling away from the empire he'd helped build, one missed call, one absent verse at a time. Diddy, less subtle, made his displeasure clear. The 2014 Miami nightclub incident, supposedly over a beat, was never just about music. It escalated into a physical confrontation, with Diddy allegedly landing a punch to remind Drake of the industry's unwritten rules. Drake shrugged it off publicly, posting a cryptic Instagram jab about talking or stealing, but the message was clear: this was a cold war with no easy resolution. Diddy downplayed it later, calling it a misunderstanding, something a phone call could fix. But when does a punch from someone like Diddy ever stay just business? Jay-Z, meanwhile, stayed above the fray, letting his lyrics and carefully timed silences do the talking. His collaborations with Drake grew sparse, each new verse dissected by fans for hidden barbs. The art references, the platinum boasts, the fondue jabs, they were chess pieces in a game where every move mattered. Then there's the rumor that sends chills through the industry: Drake's alleged blackmail files. Whispers from multiple veterans, none willing to go on record, suggest Drake has been quietly amassing a digital arsenal. Recordings, DMs, after-party footage, material from his years in the inner circle that could unravel careers. It sounds like a Hollywood thriller, but the paranoia is palpable. Boardrooms in LA and New York go quiet when Drake's team enters. Nobody knows exactly what he has, Diddy's infamous parties, Jay-Z's rumored warnings, or something far worse, but the fear is real. Why hasn't he used it? Some say it's leverage, a trump card to secure his seat at the table. Others believe he's waiting for the perfect moment to burn it all down. The uncertainty keeps everyone on edge, especially as Diddy's legal troubles mount and Jay-Z's name creeps into lawsuits. Diddy's current legal battles have shifted the landscape. His high-profile charges have sent shockwaves through the industry, forcing allies to distance themselves and rivals to recalibrate. Jay-Z, once untouchable, now faces questions not about music, but about what he might have known or seen. For years, the two moved as brothers, their empires intertwined, their loyalty a shield against the chaos. But as the walls close in, that loyalty is fraying. Diddy's circle is shrinking, his former allies tiptoeing away. Jay-Z's silence grows louder, leaving everyone to wonder if he's dodging the spotlight out of caution or because he knows what's coming. And Drake, he's moving like a man who knows where the bodies are buried, leaving subtle hints, a lyric here, a post there, that he's holding a shovel. The public sees only glimpses of this war, hugs at concerts, nods at award shows, but behind the scenes, alliances shift daily. One day, Jay-Z and Drake are smiling at Detroit's Ford Field. The next, Drake's tossing barbs about who owns what or who's eating fondue instead of showing up. The mutual respect, if it ever existed, hangs by a thread. The old narrative of friendly rivalries and business first camaraderie no longer holds. Too many lawsuits, too many indictments, too much money tied up in streaming deals and secret contracts. The old guard thought they could control the game with NDAs and loyalty, but Drake, the kid from Degrassi, has proven he's got the longest memory of all. Amid this, Diddy's infamous white parties take on a darker hue. Once the pinnacle of hip-hop's social calendar, these Hamptons gatherings were more than just A-list bashes. They were auditions, power plays disguised as summer fun. According to former publicists and security staff who've spoken to authorities, the parties were carefully curated, with every guest serving a purpose. Diddy didn't just flex wealth. He cemented his role as the industry's center of gravity. The velvet rope wasn't a barrier, it was a funnel, pulling in collaborators, rivals, and anyone seeking access. For years, Jay-Z navigated these events as both ally and strategist, his bond with Diddy a public display of unity. But as investigations deepen, the lines between host and accomplice blur. Testimonies hint at a darker purpose behind the guest lists, and even A-listers are quietly consulting lawyers, wondering if they need to distance themselves. Drake's role in this world is murkier. Early on, he was the outsider, the Canadian upstart tasting the good life. But as his star rose, he began skipping the parties, keeping his distance. Some say he saw enough to know the pressure points. Others claim he was never fully in the circle, always observing from the edge. Either way, his absence became conspicuous, especially after the 2014 Miami incident. That night, at Club Live for DJ Khaled's birthday, a dispute over a beat turned physical. Witnesses describe a heated confrontation, with Diddy delivering a warning not just about music, but about the industry's hierarchy. The club's top-tier surveillance should have captured it all, yet no footage ever surfaced. Rumors swirl that the tape exists, buried by mutual agreement or Jay-Z's behind-the-scenes influence. Its absence fuels speculation. What was said that night? Was it a warning, a power play, or something uglier? The missing Miami footage is now an urban legend, the holy grail that could upend the triangle. If it exists, it might reveal more than a scuffle. It could expose the rules Diddy and Jay-Z fought to enforce. Meanwhile, Drake's cryptic moves keep the tension alive. His lyrics, his silences, his unfollows, they're all part of a long game. When he raps about not needing the industry or owning the leverage, it's not just bravado. It's a nod to the arsenal he's allegedly built. Insiders whisper about encrypted hard drives, off-site backups, a digital vault that could end careers. Whether it's real or a myth, the threat alone gives Drake power. He's no longer the pawn. He's the player, and everyone's wondering when or if he'll pull the trigger.